It's a beautiful new day.
Yes.
Come on, Thursday, and that's what we are here for.
Life is always going to come with the good and the bad, but we like to think it's our job here to make sure that you start with the good parts.
No, it's all about attitude now. You, of course, are here. We give that attitude and we expect, of course, that you display, which you have done, tuning in. It's great to have you. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Wake Up Nigeria remains your #1 destination for all things Nigerian. You only have to look out for all our touch of...
Definitely, especially when it's a Thursday. You know, we get to celebrate our roots, we get to celebrate ourselves, we get to celebrate our art, we get to celebrate all that makes us Africans.
And you know, there's loads to celebrate. You just have to know where to look. But we have to first of all say thank you for making us a part of your daily routine every single morning. My name is Titilayo Oyinsan.
Mike Mexicano is mine. You can stream the show on our website, tvcentertainment.tv. On Facebook, it's at TVC Connect. And of course, on GOTV, channel 27. And on the terrestrial band, it's the ultra high frequency 49.
You can join us from anywhere across the world as long as you have internet. Just get the TVC app, which is available for download on Android or iOS.
All right, we'll kick off today. We have a tech discussion, and we had to be a little last time, but today we're going to be a bit more practical. We get to discuss building a tech business. So we're going to see how much of a practice we can do today. Toby Ali is an entrepreneur, a business management consultant who started his career as a technology analyst. Now he's the co-founder of Jawo, a fintech app that allows users to generate passive income without requiring technical knowledge.
So I think that's Jawo.
Okay.
In Yoruba, so I think it's like money.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you know, Yoruba is interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is very. It is.
We also love the fact that art comes alive on Thursdays, and we have a mini exhibition coming your way. Saeed Adelakun is going to be here with some of his beautiful paintings. He's a visual artist. His works have been featured in many exhibitions. Can't wait for that conversation.
You know, there's this song trending, yeah? Don Jazzy and Johnny Drill.
Yes.
And how are you, my friend? Very lovely. And there's something about the remix. Don Jazzy put his voice to that thing. The song has been there, but you know, with Don Jazzy was different. So incidentally, I saw something this morning, and a guy came up on social media to complain about a friend who was always asking for money, 2K, 3K, 5K, and he was always giving. And then he says, okay, I am a mechanic, I get to deliver cars and all of that. You know what happens? Come and deliver some of these cars. You deliver a car, Oshobo to Ibadan, you get 10K, Oshobo to Lagos, 15K. Come and do it. And the guy says, is it because I've been asking you for money?
Wow.
That, look, I cannot work for you.
Wow.
Like, it's condescending or something for me to work for you.
Wow.
Is it because I've been asking you for money? And
But it's not condescending to ask for money.
like, and the guy goes like, that he was shocked, and he said he's sorry for bringing this up, but that is shocked to him. He doesn't know what to do, but he has decided to stop not to answer the calls from this particular friend. And I'm like,
wow.
He's not a friend.
How?
But that guy's not a friend.
Okay, so there are some people with misplaced priorities, and ego has always been a major issue for a lot of people. There are some people who refuse to work for people that they went to school with. They refuse to work for a woman, for instance. They refuse to work in certain places just because they feel someone might see them there. Or
but this is not a
might
case of
demean
ego.
them.
You are begging.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
ego
exactly.
it doesn't make
even
sense.
play a
You
role.
are
Like,
begging.
there's no place of ego in that situation.
Like,
You'd
so
be surprised.
first off, right? First off, some people are just used to begging. And then in the point, because you keep helping, it now gets to a point where they do not even know where they feel entitled to your space, to your property, to your money.
See, he said he cannot work. I remember when
That
I saw
person is a leash.
my friend here was calculating millions. You know the first man I said, Auntie, let's come and employ me. And you know the funny thing? There are some things where she has dropped me into, and yes, I've made someone, and it makes sense that way.
Yeah.
It makes friendship make meaning.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see her calculating money and say, Peg, now
Come on,
come and give me
give me
5K now.
Why?
I will think of giving value. The same thing when you see people who you think are richer than you.
Yeah.
Go. Let me give you this life hack. Go with value. Don't think of begging. Go with value.
Yeah.
What can
Offer
I-
something.
Yes.
Offer
what
a
can I
service.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways,
All right.
yeah.
So that's extra motivation on the Thursday, though.
Oh, God,
you know?
let's go for it.
Yeah,
Let's stick together.
we're raining motivation today. Hopefully the
I
rain
knew you
will
were going
be too
to say
bad
that.
today.
Mike Messikeno. The federal government has reportedly approved 470 billion naira special fund in the 2023 budget for university revitalization and upward adjustment of lecturer salaries. Now that is according to the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed. The minister explained that the sum was specially provided in the 2.05 trillion naira allocated to education. She says out of the 470 billion naira, the sum of 300 billion naira is for university revitalization and 170 for upward adjustments of university lecturers' salaries. According to the finance minister, the draft 2023 budget has been prepared on the background of international challenges such as the Russia-Ukraine war and the COVID-19 pandemic, adding that revenue generation has been a major challenge to the national development in the country. Members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities recently suspended their 8-month strike over the upward review of lecturers' welfare, amongst others. And the Minister of Finance presented a comprehensive breakdown of the 20.51 trillion 2023 budget estimates. She says government is looking to carry out a holistic review of the National Youth Service Corps to accommodate Nigerians in the diaspora. Senior correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
On the 7th of this month, President Muhammadu Buhari presented the 2023 appropriation bill to a joint session of the National Assembly. As is the practice, the Minister of Finance, assisted ably by heads of relevant government agencies, formally presents the financial document to the public. She says despite the fears being raised by some Nigerians, the country's debt profile is still within threshold. The minister says revenue generation remains the major fiscal constraint of the Federation.
There will be a link between the NIN number and the tax identification number. So that's another way that we're going to be able to use to track taxpayers' registration as well as tax compliance.
She says 3.3 trillion naira is earmarked for fuel subsidy in the budget for next year, but insists it is no longer sustainable. The ravaging floods in several states of the country is also receiving government's action.
We're going to be looking at measures that need to be taken, first of all, to provide immediate succor to the people that are affected. And yes, we need data for that, but we are also the National Emergency Management Agency, the Ministry of Humanitarian Resources.
A breakdown shows that the education sector has 2.05 trillion naira, representing 10% of the budget. Health gets 1.58 trillion naira, 8% representation of the budget, and security sector hits 2.74 trillion naira, representing 13% of the budget. Some heads of agencies also provided further insights into the budget estimates.
Our goal is to be able to maximize our revenues from oil to support our diversification away from oil.
We are already taking deployment of technology very seriously, and it is impacting positively on whatever we are doing, the business process, the tax filing.
Now that the 2023 appropriation bill has been broken down, the government expects citizens' participation and inclusion in asking necessary questions and preferring ways of further enhancing the nation's economic growth for the good of all. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
And then on to foreign news, where rising food and housing costs have driven the UK's inflation back to a 40-year high in September. The annual rate of inflation rose to 10.1% in September, up from 9.9% in the 12 months to August. The Office for National Statistics said on Wednesday that returns it to July's recent high. Soaring food prices were the largest single contributor to the acceleration in inflation. The return to double-digit inflation will be worrying for the Bank of England, which meets on the 3rd of November to set interest rates. Governor Andrew Bailey has said that a stronger response may be needed to get a handle on price rises. Responding to the latest inflation numbers, UK Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt said the government will prioritize help for the most vulnerable while delivering wider economic stability and driving long-term growth that will help everyone. Time for some sports update. Darwin Núñez scored his first Anfield goal for Liverpool, and Alisson saved the penalty as the Reds defeated West Ham in an incident-packed encounter at the Cup Anfield. Elsewhere, Southampton relieved the pressure on boss Ralph Hasenhuttl with their first win in 6 games against South Coast rivals Bournemouth, who lost for the first time under interim manager Gary O'Neill. Chelsea extended their unbeaten run to 7 games under Graham Potter after a goalless draw against a battling Brentford side. Newcastle underlined their top 6 credentials by beating Everton thanks to Miguel Almiron's 5th goal of the season, while Manchester United produced arguably their finest performance this season under manager Erik ten Hag as Tottenham were swept aside at Old Trafford 2-0. Now there are more games to be played on Thursday as Fulham will welcome Aston Villa while Leicester City will take on Leeds United. In the Spanish La Liga, Almeria will play Girona. Espanyol will travel to play Osasuna, while Barcelona will host Villarreal at the Nou Camp. And that's all on the news and sports for this hour. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We will be back with headlines in the dailies.
Yeah, if you haven't worked out, we always here for you, trying to make sure, you know, it's constant reminder that you got to keep healthy and you got to keep fit. Yes. And of course, it is World Chef Day today.
Yeah.
And we all like food. I particularly, right? And on the show, we have had varieties of chefs, you know, from, you know, male to female to executive to non-executives.
Yeah.
We've had them all here on the show. And of course, to commemorate it, we have Chef Shine with us. Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Chef Shine. I love the way that rolls off the tongue. Chef Shine. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of story to that name.
I don't know if we'll have time to get into the story, but the theme for World Chef Day is growing a healthy future.
Yep. Yep.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay. You know, we usually celebrate the World Food Day, which is a whole week.
Yeah.
And back 2004, a couple of chefs came together and decided we cannot be celebrating food without celebrating the people
chefs.
behind it. So a day, which is October 28th, actually was earmarked, and we said, okay, this is the day we're going to celebrate ourselves and remind ourselves of the fact that there is need for us to transfer the skills to the generation next.
Yeah, and also educate, you know, young people on the importance of food, healthy eating.
So, you know, everybody loves food,
but
they don't really think about the person behind the food and the professionalism involved.
That goes into it.
There are restaurants and hotels that would not be what they are today without chefs such as yourself. Let's touch on what it means for you to be a chef.
Well, it's a whole big thing, you know. I was an accountant, you know, back in the days, and having to come into days back in the UK. A lot of people don't really understand. That's why, you know, there's this dichotomy. You have the back of house and the front of house.
Okay.
You know, people don't see us. But recently, everybody believes, come on, guys.
We need to celebrate the people behind these meals.
Yes. So now we have brand engagement chefs, you know, we have a whole lot of chefs doing a whole lot of wonderful things that are in the eyes of the people.
Yes.
You know, so there is need to celebrate these people. You know, the skills they have and all that.
Yeah, you've been doing this for 18 years now.
18 years.
And, you know, wow, that's a really, really long time. And until the last few years, chefs have come into prominence. You know, it's an industry that everyone, it just, you know, came and everyone was like, oh, what's that, right? Especially in this climate. Now, let's talk about its lucrativeness. How lucrative is the industry, especially for you who's, you know, basically a veteran in the industry?
I don't want to say with missing words, you know, it's lucrative. And I used to say to young chefs out there, you can only go as far as you can imagine yourself going.
Okay.
You know. But before, somebody like me, back in the UK, I was an accountant, I got to UK, I wanted to do some other stuff, and then I find out, somehow I got into a bit of cooking. And then I had to go search, how far can I go as a chef? And then I saw people, wonderful celebrity chefs, you know, J.B. Oliver, you know, all the culinary gods. I said, wow, they make this money, so we can make it too. You know, and we're here today. And by the grace of God, I think a whole lot of chefs, you know, quite a number of our chefs.
Yeah,
do
so
very
no, I
well.
actually, sorry to say, because there's something that he said that I need to really touch on quickly because it resonated with me. I see a few local chefs wanting to collaborate with international chefs, going to international culinary schools. Is that very important in your journey or in your career as a chef?
Well, somehow it is, you know, but by the grace of God, there's a whole lot of culinary school coming up in Nigeria now that are doing
amazing.
I mean, I'm a senior faculty at HBS school, and, you know, we're doing fantastic stuff. But like I said, this is Nigeria. You know, I said to people a while back, one of the reasons why I decided to take a lot of educations, you know, I was a graduate before I left, and I say I have to go to school abroad and all that, is because Nigeria, we tend to worship paper qualification. It says a lot ahead of you.
Yeah, well, true.
So I won't
it gives
blame
you credibility.
People. Exactly.
Right.
I won't blame people if they want to seek it, if they can afford it. But it is here now. We are here. I teach in the school. A lot of our chefs are tutors and
So look inwards if you're a young chef.
We say no need to seek it abroad.
True, true. And there are a lot of people to learn from here as well. But speaking of the day, that's International Chefs Day. The theme, one more time, how are we going to achieve this year? Are we celebrating it with everyone around the world?
How do you plan to take
what
it,
are the events happening?
I want to say a quick, big shout out to Culinary girls and fathers, and then particularly Nestle Professional. They've helped us a lot. They took it upon themselves to celebrate the World Chef Day. And the theme for this year is growing a healthy future. How do we achieve that? We know there's a future. How do we grow that healthy future? It is starting now.
In the kitchen.
Yeah. Inculcate that, you know, skill, the spirit of healthiness into the children now. You know, so that we ensure that this doesn't stop at us. We're not going to be here forever. So we need to. Today we have programs lined up. We're at Lagos Culinary Academy with Nestle, and a lot of chefs are going to be there. We're going to be teaching secondary school children, primary school children, you know, few small skills that they can prepare them ahead of the future.
That sounds so fun.
Very commendable. Well done.
Honestly.
Well done.
Thank you.
International Chefs Day.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Okay, so there's going to be a lot of food prepared today.
Oh, yeah,
You can bet on that.
A lot of knife skills, a lot of tossing of pans.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see all that.
Can't wait. We have to go on a quick break now, people. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit. And of course, we'll be having one of us joining us who's a chef later.
Hey there, now the kitchen is coming alive this World Chefs Day with Chef Ehis and Chef Belinda. Welcome. Okay. Now, we know that something's about to go down here in the kitchen. And you're just being so precise. See him cleaning things and making everything look all shiny. That's one way you know you have a professional chef in the building. I have some amazing ingredients on display for us here. And when you have ingredients like this and chefs like this with these kind of skills, you know that you're going to have a great meal. So, what are we preparing today?
Okay, first, I'm making atadidi.
Atadidi?
Yeah, like the local sauce. So.
Did you just say atadidi? I am going to tweet that. I am going to tweet it. No, but really, talk to us.
So we're making atadidi with pasta.
Okay.
We're using a special pasta here called ligri.
Okay.
And then we have a chicken breast here. We're going to season it. We have a mixed spice here. We've got a couple of spice here.
Okay.
And then chefs really love to cook with spice because it brings out the original flavor.
Amazing.
And we have the umami here to also boost out the whole flavor.
So we have to go over these spices that are all in a row.
Okay.
Here. You want to...
Okay.
You're still cleaning,
yes,
Chef.
Definitely.
Just tell me the spices.
Okay, start from here. We have a chili pepper, which is the dried chili pepper we
This
blend.
one?
Yes.
Okay,
We have the mixed pepper soup spice.
Okay.
And we have the crayfish. We have the white pepper, the black seed, the white sesame seeds, the umami, which is the edible.
Okay.
We have the dry ugu leaf.
Wow.
So we chopped it with dried. And we have the mixed spice from me. That's my mixed spice. So
Do you know that I feel like I should just take this and just be going to my house?
Oh, really?
I just feel like this is what I need in my house right
That's
now
fun.
to
That's
cook.
cool. It's good to know you.
All right, those are the spices, but we also have some butter.
Yeah, we have
here.
a salted butter flavor.
Butter. Okay.
Yeah, we have a processed atadidi cream, so we have to cook it for about 45 minutes. To roast it for 45 minutes, and then we add some a little bit butter and a little bit of spice, and then bring it down again, and then add a little bit of cream into it.
Okay, so you just said it's atadidi cream.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
so
just,
there's
that's the
actual
base for
cream in
a
it?
little bit drop of cream into it
Okay.
to give it that a little bit cash.
But when you say you roasted it, that means you put it in an oven or
on a pan roast.
On a pan roast.
Yes,
okay.
you roast it, you char it until it gets brown, and you peel out the old burnt part, and then you blend. It gives it that smoky flavor.
Beautiful,
So
beautiful.
good.
So this chicken breast is looking at us right now.
Yeah, definitely.
What are we doing with this chicken
definitely.
breast?
The first thing we're going to do, we're going to season the chicken breast.
Okay.
And then you're also going to participate a little bit.
How?
So you're going to make a lot. So we will mix the spice here. We want a little bit of white pepper.
Okay.
And then we want a little bit of pepper soup spice. And
Please go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, good. I should go ahead, right?
Go ahead, begin,
okay, good.
begin.
The first thing is some white pepper.
Okay.
So you add enough white pepper to give it that flavor, and then we're going to add some pepper soup spice.
Okay.
This is local. This is a local compound spice, and that gives a depth of African.
Okay.
You can't afford to miss that now. You don't want to miss the African thing, you know.
So the hot pepper and the pepper soup.
No, the hot pepper is you like. I heard somebody say if you don't eat pepper, the thing is not going.
It's not entering. No, wow. So what's that one?
That's the adobo.
Adobo spice.
Yeah, spice, and then also lastly, I'm going to add the compound pepper soup spice, spice.
Wow.
And everything just has to go in proportion, so it doesn't overweigh. It's not too tasty, not too soft.
So I noticed that you haven't sliced open the chicken breast. You didn't reduce it in thickness.
I didn't reduce it.
Why?
I didn't reduce it because
Why?
I wanted to cook as a chicken steak.
Okay.
So I don't want it to dry up.
Okay.
I didn't like people cooking chicken and it just dry up, and then you cannot have that lovely juice on the inside.
All right.
And then we have to.
So you know what? I think this chicken is getting underway well, but what do we need to put this to the sear now? Do we need a pan? Do
We need a pan,
deep
yes,
dish?
definitely a pan.
Okay.
The heat should be on.
The heat is actually on. Let me see. Okay, so sous chef Belinda is going up and down now. I used to do all this one for her. But now she's the sous chef today. It's so interesting to see you in a different capacity. All right.
She just have to be.
In the meantime, there's a lot of activity here this World Chef Day. We're having a great time already. The energy is on. The heat is on. The spices are being spiced around. I can't wait to see what Chef Ehis and Chef Belinda come up with today. But we have to head over to the couch. Mike and the amazing Toby Ali are standing by.
Please, it's World Chef Day. Let's cancel the couch and go back to the kitchen, because the kitchen is more important now. Oh, the chef is Ehis, right?
Yes.
Ehis, you have not been on this show before, right?
No, I've not been. This is my first time.
This is your first time. Okay, so let me just tell the rules. In this show, when you cook food, you bring it to me first. I will ensure that the quality is okay, and then hey, well done, well done. Happy World Chef Day to you guys there, and wishing the best. So it's time for tech this morning, and we have been talking about building tech businesses. Of course, there's no better person to talk about that than the wonderful Toby Ali himself. He's here once again. But today, we're going to be practical, which is what I like, right? Yes. It's great to have you. Now, we're going to use, as a case study, we're going to use Jawo, right? The app that you put together and all of that. What need is this app meeting? Why did you decide to put it together?
Yeah, so the need the app is meeting is the need for people to have a transparent passive income generator, right? Something that automatically trades for them without them needing to, have any technical expertise.
Trade, so it is about foreign exchange.
Exactly. Crypto trading, stock trading, forex trading. But for now, we're just starting with crypto.
With crypto trading, yes? Okay. So now, what is the base? Where do you start from? Building this business, where did you start from? The base elements, how did you put it together?
Okay, so what happens many times is that when people want to start a tech business, they're always thinking of, I need a breakthrough technology, I need a breakthrough idea. But basically, you don't need a breakthrough idea. There's an approach to enter the market that is called a blue ocean strategy. Okay. In fact, what you just simply need to do is find an area or find a market that already exists, that already has customers, right? But what you now need to do is find the pain points of those customers and improve on it in such a way that whatever it is they are getting, there are things they wish they could get, but it doesn't yet exist. So create that new demand, that new trend that they need. And basically that's kind of what we did, because there's already demand for crypto, there's already a demand for people who are trying to, make passive income. There's a demand for people who don't want to be looking at charts and stuff. So what did we simply do? The simple thing we did is we brought all that together and created a solution in such a way that is as simple as sending money to your bank app. And when you send money to your bank app, because in the app also you have your own bank account. When you send money to that bank account, the bank account you send it there, you just pick a plan, and automatically it just does all the trading for you. And every trade it takes, you see it in real time.
So now, but there's something quite remarkable about Jawo. You said something. You don't need to have a
breakthrough
background, or you don't need to be tech savvy
like that.
Let's get to it and look at the interface and see what makes it easy for people to use.
Okay,
right?
So like I was saying, man, it's as easy as using a bank app. So if you go into the app, you see it says, hi, welcome, it says your name, you see start a plan. You see it there, you see your balance in USD, you see your balance in Naira. If you click on fund, you use PSP, peer-to-peer, like we were talking about yesterday.
Via bank transfer.
Via bank transfer. Look at it, you have your own customized bank account. So anyone who knows how to make a transfer to a bank account, this is their own personalized bank account in your name, and it funds. Now the interesting thing is, if you look over here where it says asset suggestions, you see different assets. So the AI, with also our understanding of the market, gives you assets that are already trending, and it automatically trades it for you. If you go here, for instance, if you look at the transactions, look at what happened. Look at this one over here. This was the last trade. It says coins available for withdrawal, AIO, did 35%. And if you go down, you find out that he bought this coin, he sold this coin. So the sweet thing about a process like this is that it takes out the ambiguity of, what are they using my money to do? Because it's transparent. It also takes out that tech side of, I want to check out charts. If you now want to get a bit more, technical, for instance, let me just type on this. Look at this on the screen. You see that it now begins to give you all these charts and stuff.
And all that.
So the simple thing we just did was, you know what? What really do people, what is crypto? What is Forex? What is stock? They are all a means to an end. People want passive income. People want to use it to make, they want to be able to earn from it. So the simple thing we just did is, from the back end is a bit more complicated than this. I'm not really a coded person.
Now that back end, that's what I want to talk about. Yes. You're not so much of a coded person. Did you get a team together to work on this? You had the idea.
Exactly.
Somebody there has the idea. I want to put up this tech business. Where do you start from? Do you get a team to code for you? What do you do?
So the simple thing I did, which I think is a smart thing to do, was I got a technical co-founder. So I'm not the only founder of Jao, even though Jao is my idea, but I got somebody who has an understanding of tech, somebody who codes back end and front end, who has even worked on things like this before, and we collaborated together. And why is that? Because I've tried different routes. I've been in this game for a while. I've tried giving, paying developers to do it. They are not giving me what I want. I've tried giving developers, even outside of Nigeria, they've run away with my money. And beyond that, because the way tech is, you have to keep evolving. So it's a bit more expensive on the short term to outsource it. So it's better you have somebody who has that background in tech, who can code on your team. And if the person has a stake, the person is going to give his all. So I have a technical co-founder that sorts that out.
And all of that, and that's how it's able to put something like this together. But now the point is, let's get to somebody. Let's get to somebody who wants to do, say, I want to sell clothes or something, maybe thrift or something.
Yes.
Is there any way somebody can decide to want to put an app together for that, or how can technology? I'm just saying, let's just think about the normal man. How can they take advantage of technology in this kind of way?
So, like I said in the first side, if somebody wants to sell clothes or do stuff like that, you need to first ask what exists. Okay. Right? How do people sell clothes? Do they just sell it on Instagram? Do they just sell it on this? Now, what kind of clothes do they buy? What are the issues that they're having, or some barriers they're having to buying those clothes? Now, if you can answer that question, the simple thing to do is look for solutions. There are even platforms that you can go for that are not tech savvy like that you can build on your own, or just have the understanding of that idea. Get somebody who is in tech, partnered with the person and tell the person, this is what I want to achieve. This is a cut that comes to you. This is a cut that comes to me. Let's work together and try it out. And you'll be amazed at the kind of results that you
Wonderful,
get.
Toby. Thank you very much. This was quite an expose. Yes, I love what I can pick from today's collaboration.
Yes,
Get somebody who probably has that information, and then the person should have a stake.
Yes, yes.
And you'll be on your way.
Exactly.
We'll be on your way to building your business. It was great talking to you.
Same here.
We'll see you one other time. Thank you so much.
Thank
All right,
you.
so that's it for Tech this Thursday morning. We'll take a time out and I don't go anywhere. Still here. It's Wake Up Nigeria. Quite a lot more to come on the show.
Welcome back. You know that it's at Thursday, and here on the show, we love ads, and it comes alive here every Thursday on the show. And for a mini exhibition, we have Saheed Adelakun. And here's, of course, around us here, some of his beautiful paintings. He's a visual artist whose works have been featured in group exhibitions and collected by notable galleries and collectors, both in Nigeria and abroad. You are welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank
Good morning.
you for being here. Good morning.
Yeah.
I noticed your artwork, art pieces are very indigenous. So you want to tell us, I know that you're from Ogun State.
Ogun State, yeah.
Is that what inspires your every art piece?
Yeah, I like tradition. As an African man, a Yoruba man precisely, my father, before he died, he was the chief, the baale of the community where...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in the middle of elderly people, and
okay.
that made me to fall in love so much about culture and tradition, where behavior and so on and so forth.
Okay. So out of all the pieces here, the one that stands out for me the most is this one.
Okay.
It reminds me of a hairstyle we used to make as kids. So you want to tell us about that? Is that a popular Ogun hairstyle?
Yeah, thank you very much. Just on 11th of this month, I just concluded a solo exhibition at My Dream Gallery. The theme for the exhibition is Stride.
Stride?
Yeah.
Okay.
This particular work here is a continuation of the works I have on display for the show.
Okay, okay.
So this work is from a series I call Yoruba Damsels.
Yoruba
Damsel
Damsels, love it. Okay.
Yeah. What inspired Yoruba Damsel as a series is that as a child, growing up in Africa, I realized that there were things that have been happening in Nigeria, in Yoruba land, that are supposed to be stopped before now.
Like what?
Like tribal mark.
Tribal marks, okay.
And that was part of the inspiration behind the Yoruba Damsel series.
All right, great. Okay, I can't really see the one right in front of me, but I know that, no, you don't, no, don't stand up, don't worry. We just want the camera to, the camera's going to view in on it. But I know I see a car and then a few people right in front of it. You want to tell us more about the inspiration behind that one?
Yeah, actually I came to present two body of works.
Okay.
First is the one I was talking about.
Okay.
Yoruba
That's
Damsels.
Yoruba Damsels.
Can I wrap up on that?
Okay, quickly.
Yeah, people believe, a lot of people believe that it's all African cultures that are bad. Some of them believe every African cultures are good. But I'm not of that school of thought.
Okay.
My belief is that some of them are very good, while some had to be let go. So I pick Kiko and Didi. The one here is Didi.
Okay.
The one there is Kiko. As a child, I was growing up seeing body markings around my mommy's tummy. And wondering why they did all that. So on my daddy's face,
I have tribal mark.
A tribal mark.
And
3.
you have tribal mark.
And when I was born, they gave me this tiny one and my 3 sisters. So when I had my daughter, I did not give her at all.
Okay.
That is an illustration that there are some of these cultures that we have to let go. Come back to the Kiko and Didi. The Kiko in this contest have a lot to do with Africa, especially Yoruba.
Yes.
But according to my research, I know that the Kiko paints them
Oh,
Though
yes.
the advantage is that it elongates
gets
the hair.
Yes.
So, coming to this era, I realized that people now try to develop the
Other
idea
means
of
of
the Kiko by using baby wool.
Okay.
I appreciate that so much. And then after the old Kiko, they now use different color ribbons to beautify it. Now, we retain the idea to elongate the hair while we add colors to them. The same thing is to the Didi with the colorful beads.
Okay.
Why we let go of all the body markings. That's why you have a little bit exposed without the body markings.
So this is an evolution.
Evolution. So among
this
this
is
series,
like
I have
past...
Mirror Evolution 1, Mirror Evolution 2. This is Mirror Evolution 5.
So this is past and present.
Yes. And the work was done on top of a rope.
Oh.
I made that pieces from this strand of rope.
Oh, what's rope?
That's 100% cotton rope, twine.
Okay. So how do you do this? I mean,
I arrange it traditionally.
Did you dye them? Or
there's so much process. We don't have enough time to explain.
How long did that take?
I prepared for the exhibition for 11 years.
I mean, how long did this particular artwork?
I work in series.
Oh,
I work in series, so I can't ascertain how long.
For just Yoruba damsels?
For the, to prepare for the Stride exhibition.
For the Stride exhibition, fantastic. That one also got my attention, the one
with...
Yeah,
the one here. So I think we are done on
yes, we are done with that one. This one.
So I have, as a Nigerian passionate man.
Yes.
I'm very passionate about Nigeria.
Yeah, I see even the green, white, green illustrations.
Yeah, I have had opportunity to do some things that people do, but I don't like to follow crowd.
Okay.
But I'm a passionate Nigerian. I believe in Nigeria.
Okay.
So this work is one of the Oroshinoko, which is deep issue.
Oroshinoko.
I have Oroshinoko series, deep issue.
Okay.
That is the one.
Okay.
I think this is 2. I have 3, 4. There are like 6, and I'm planning to exhibit Oroshinoko. It's about Nigeria.
Okay, what does Oroshinoko mean?
Oroshinoko means deep issue.
Deep issues.
Deep issues.
Okay.
So let me use this
Does that artwork over there also?
Yeah,
is also
it's one of them too.
Oh, one of them, okay.
As a passionate Nigerian, I love a lot of TV programs. One of them is Journalist Hangout. I'm a terrible fan of it.
Oh, great.
So let me use that word. I mean, I can, if I miss it, I go on YouTube straight. So I don't know. I'm addicted to Nigerian issue.
So you decided to illustrate
I decided to illustrate
the artwork over there.
So, and what I have there, I actually use people's face.
Okay.
From the president to the Chief Justice of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Of
so what are you telling? What's the story?
What I'm telling here is that I used that car to illustrate Nigeria.
Okay.
Now, the president, the executive, legislative, and judiciary.
Yes.
The 3 tiers of government are very vital in nation building.
Yes.
So that's why I put the president there as a driver.
But he's not with the wheels.
The wheels belongs to the lower chamber.
Okay.
The steering belongs to the Senate president.
Okay.
The key of the car belongs to the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Wow. For Nigeria to move forward, all have to cooperate for them to. So art has stories. I use my art to
tell stories.
To tell stories about the socio-economical, political, and socio-cultural issues.
Quickly, let's talk about this one. Let's talk about this one. I mean, this is one.
This one too is very. This one makes me very emotional.
Oh, okay, why?
I painted this work right in my head before it was done physically on canvas.
Okay.
So one day as a Nigerian, I like to go through, when I wake up in the morning after saying my prayers, I go to what is happening in my country. And,
this is quite personal to you, because I mean, this is you.
It's very personal. I use myself as model.
Were you looking at the mirror when
even that? Even that.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Yes, even that. Yeah, that's me too.
Someone money without a head.
Yeah, that's me. That's one of the very popular painting, and it's an award-winning painting.
Oh,
so let me come to this one first.
Yeah.
There was a breaking news that the terrorists attacked a rail track between Abuja and Kaduna.
Yes.
That was not during the adoption. And I have carefully, I don't like to hear that somebody is not doing well, then I will follow. If you tell me somebody is a bad person, I take my time to check. So that's why I cannot follow crowd.
Yeah.
So I know that the government they have the areas where they are doing their best that we can see. And I also believe that there are so many areas, in my own opinion, that they could work on. So in this particular painting, when I heard the news, I was like, oh, I just appreciated federal government on infrastructural development, building railways, roads, and other infrastructures. But the insecurity in the nation would give a setback. So that generated this. I couldn't sleep until I generated this concept.
Wow.
And what am I saying here? There's a cow roaming around.
But this cow looks emaciated.
It's just a natural black. I have them in my studio.
Does it depict anything? Just
the cow is part of the story.
Okay.
The cow is roaming around without any fence. This flower is not secure. So if we are fighting insecurity at the same time we are building infrastructure, so I think it's not secure enough.
So who is the black cow in this story?
It's not about the color of the cow.
Okay.
It's about the cow that have straight access to the flower to the plant this man is planting.
And what's the symbolism for the? I know that it's a food.
Yeah.
Right?
What I'm saying in the sense is that this man would have dealt with the fencing, that is the security of what is planting, away from this particular cow that is looking for a food.
The cow can
before planting. This man will just finish this planting
and the
cow will come and eat it up. That's why I say it is better for us to fight insecurity in order to allow the citizens that we are building all this infrastructural development to feel comfortable about it. And a few months after, we had the adoption that happened. And that breaks my heart a lot.
Wow. You are blowing my mind, to be honest. So quickly, before we wrap this up, your art pieces are fantastic.
Thank you.
Quickly, the award pieces, the award-winning piece over there. The head, tell us quickly, what's the story behind that one?
The story behind that is that if anybody they can say whatever they want to say. But everybody can see what is happening. Vote buying is a major issue that needs to be sought.
So with the person, so he's giving you his what?
Yes, he's giving the politician his voters card for just 1,500. We all saw that.
That's a beautiful depiction, by the way.
Yeah. If you do that, what you are doing is that you are selling your head. That is what the painting is all about.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your pieces are truly iconic.
Tell
a story, very graphic representation of everything happening around us.
Thank you very much.
And I am happy for you and where you're going. Commendable efforts here. We have to go on a quick break now. And yes, we have to go quickly. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Now it's International Chef's Day. We have Chef Ehis in the kitchen. Sous Chef Belinda is somewhere around making things happen. And we're making something with pasta this morning. We've already marinated the chicken. We showed you that earlier on. You want to take over, Chef?
Okay,
what are we going to do with that chicken?
We're going to pan grill it.
Okay.
And so the first thing we do, we have some oil here.
Yeah.
Olive oil.
No problem.
So we're going to add a little bit of butter.
Okay, to the oil?
Yes, to the oil.
Okay, fantastic.
To give it a little more flavor.
All right,
and
fabulous.
Then pan it up, and then we can add the chicken.
Straight in?
Yeah.
Woo! That looks hot, Chef.
When you drop that, we have some rosemary here. Fresh. I love to use the fresh one. So we just drop it on the side.
Okay.
And then we allow that to cook for about 2 minutes on one side and 2 minutes on the other side.
All right.
And then we reduce the heat and then cook it on the other side for another 2 minutes. That's about max 6 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
And
fantastic.
then the chicken will be cooked.
There's other stuff happening on that hot plate.
Sauce,
okay, let's see what's happening there.
We have the tomato sauce, which is more like a puree or plum tomato sauce.
Okay.
And then we have the pasta cooking on the other pan. So we have another pan here. It's not the oil for the dodo.
Okay.
Like this time.
Speaking of the dodo, I like the way you cut this dodo into rectangles.
Yeah, that's where the plating comes in, and then you just have to present your dish in a more
So there is a lot happening in the kitchen. So when it comes together, are you mixing the sauce with the spaghetti, or is it going to be on the side?
We're going to mix the sauce with the pasta. And then we'll serve it with the chicken.
Okay.
And I have my plating sauce here, which is the atadidi. So we got the master sauce here. It takes about 2 hours to make. I couldn't make that on set. So
okay.
I think you want to try it.
You want me to try the sauce?
Definitely. That's the secret.
Okay. All right.
You just have to, because I'm going to be adding that to the major sauce. It's spicy, intense, and then it's gonna give your body to the.
Okay, it tastes a little like shito.
Yeah, like shito.
Like shito, the Ghanaian shito.
Yeah, this
really
we have
nice.
local spice in it,
Fantastic.
pepper soup spice, and then our local spice in it.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
That chicken is coming along really nice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we have to go over to Mike in a few seconds. But hey, this chicken is looking really good. Mike Mexicano, you're missing out in this kitchen. I have to tell you. I have to tell you.
Who is missing?
You're missing.
Who is missing?
They miss.
It's you that we miss after that thing is complete. It's you that we miss. Why you do all of that? He said we've told you how it is. If you want this one chef day to end in peace,
Oh my God.
you know what to do. All right, let's get straight to what we have in the second part of the show. We are going to be celebrating your birthday shout-outs, celebrating you and your family born in the month of October.
And it's time for birthday shout-outs. Ademola Nafisat Okweyemi is celebrating on the 19th of October. And it's your husband that's celebrating you with this shout-out. celebrating this October. May God bless you. May God keep you. May God meet you at the point of your needs. Provide all the favor, blessings, and grace you need to make this year the best year yet. We love you all from here, right here at Wake Up Nigeria. We're going to head to a quick break and be back with more.
You are welcome on Book Chats. Today we have quite an interesting, bright and intelligent young girl with us. She is Moyosiroluwa Bethel, this 10-year-old author who loves children and wants to use her talents to inspire children all over the world is our author for today. And she wrote this book, The Birthday Party. You are welcome, Moyo. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Ma.
Let's just dive right into it. Your book, The Birthday Party. Tell me, what inspired it? Was it inspired by a personal story or, you know, your friends? Tell us about it.
I was inspired to write this book when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
Through the Holy Spirit and the happenings around me.
Ooh, the Holy Spirit. Wow, that's quite interesting and very deep as well. Okay, so now let's get to Tolani, who is the main character in your book, The Birthday Party. So tell me, Omotolani, why pick that name?
Because I have a friend, her name is Tolani.
Okay.
And
Is
I
she your
like
best
the
friend?
name. No.
Okay.
And I like the name.
Okay, you just like the name.
Yes.
I mean, because you also, you know, told us the meaning of the name in the book. A child is worth having wealth. Did it have anything to do with her parents being rich or because she was from a wealthy home?
It was because she was from a wealthy home.
Okay, okay.
So that's why I picked that particular name for her, because she was from a wealthy home.
Because she was from a wealthy home. Okay, so here is Tolani, you know, surrounded by her parents. She was the only child. Her parents loved her, showered her with so much gifts and love and attention here in the book. Now, let's talk about Tolani wanting this big and outrageous big birthday party. Tell us about it.
Tolani is a girl. She used to celebrate her birthday ever since she was 4 years old. So her parents didn't have the money to celebrate her 10th year birthday because they were into an investment. But Tolani was too bratchy about it. She wanted to tell her parents to celebrate it. But no, her parents couldn't. So she was too bratchy about it. She does not want anybody to talk to her. She locks herself up in the room and stays alone.
Okay. What do you think that her parents could have done otherwise?
Her parents were not strict enough. That's why she's a brat. Assuming her parents were strict to her, she could have at least comply with whatever her parents have told her and try to understand their situation.
I see also here in the book, there were times that she really ticked her parents off to the point where they wanted to hit her, but they didn't.
Yes.
Do you think that if they did, it would have maybe made the situation a little easier?
It couldn't have made the situation more easier because you feel like my parents don't like me and keep locking herself up in the room. So her parents, the way they didn't eat her was the best way.
You think that was the best way?
Yes.
Yeah, but it still didn't. She still wanted what she wanted. She was still resilient about it.
They could have corrected her, and if she does not want to take to correction, they wouldn't throw her the birthday party.
Now, let's talk about her experience at school. You know, when she went to school and she was bragging to all her friends and her classmates that she was going to have this outlandish birthday party. Tell us about that.
She couldn't have done that. But her best friend advised her. But yes, but she does not want to take, she didn't want to take to that correction. Yeah. She was like, her best friend was jealous about her because her best friend has siblings and her she doesn't. And because she's the only child and her parents gives her whatever she wants. So she could have taken to her friend's correction.
Okay, now let's talk about the May Day, which was the birthday party that turned out to be in ruins. Tell us more about what happened on that day.
Tolani didn't want to obey her parents. So everything about that party went ruined because she didn't want to take to correction and she does not want to be patient. So everything turned out, the way they say, life comes in cycle. So she got what she expected.
But she wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, she wasn't expecting.
She wasn't expecting it not to turn out the way
She
she wanted.
expected it to be the biggest party that the whole world would be talking about. But that was meant to be a punishment because of she doesn't want to take to correction.
Do you think she deserved that punishment?
Yes.
Do you think it could have been a little easier?
No.
It just was supposed to be the way it went, right? All right, fantastic. I actually absolutely love your book. And then I also like the fact that after every chapter, there are questions, that, people can answer based on, their experience of the book.
Yes.
Well done, Moyo. This is a beautiful book, and it's got a lot of insight. There are lessons to be learned here.
Yes.
So quickly, before we wrap this up, tell us what the lessons that anyone reading this book could learn from it.
They will learn that they should be patient. They should be calm. They should be frugal with their spending, which also means they should be budget-wise. Not all child knows how to be budget-wise, and almost all child...
Budget-wise, like it. Go ahead, please.
And almost all child want to spend every money they get.
Thank you, Moyo. Thank you. You are such a bright and beautiful young girl, and I wish you all the best in your journey as an author and a future lawyer. Just so you know, Moyo wants to be a lawyer when she grows up. Beautiful. Wish you all the best, my darling.
Thank you.
Yes,
So, you see, I actually want to learn how to play the guitar, and I've been thinking about it. Do I get a tutor and all of that? But it depends on this conversation, because we have a self-taught guitarist. So I'm getting set to buy my own acoustic guitar. Yeah, this one is nice. I can take this one.
It's well, you want to take your laptop? How? It's not possible.
Well, he's a self-taught guitarist and vocalist who has been making folk music, alternative R&B, jazz for over 15 years.
Yes, sir. Dolakwa Martin's in the building. Welcome.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you. Let's just start from that. When did you taught yourself to play the guitar?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Okay, at first, I came from a music background. My dad was a jazzist, and he played with the likes of Bobby Benson. He was the band leader for Bobby Benson.
Wow.
Okay.
So he was a guitarist as the major, and then he's a friend to Tunde Kuboye. He's a childhood friend to Tunde Kuboye, and the husband to Frank Kuboye, the relative to Fela Nicola Pupusi.
So that you see yourself taught.
It is a musical background, a musical family.
Yeah, exactly. So my dad just told me, okay, if you want to be serious with music, you just have to learn how to play one or two instruments.
Yeah.
So he just encouraged me. Then I just, guitar is available in the house, so I just picked it up and I started.
And then you started.
And yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
So it's interesting. I think we probably met around almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
Probably 10 years ago when he was just starting out. And he had this incredible acoustic feel to all his music. And he didn't just play the guitar, he also played his vocal cords. Because vocal cords are an instrument.
You see, how important is it? You said something about if you're serious about music, you need to learn to play one instrument. Do you have to? Do you have to?
Okay, let me just say, first, music is life, and I believe an instrument just help you like an accompaniment, it accompanies you, and then it's an added advantage. Anywhere you go, you don't need to, like, now I'm here, I can be a one-man band person, and then writing songs also, it helps. And even production, why you want to produce your song, you already know where you're going, and it helps you to build your music at least 50%. Away from the journey. Before you can work with any other person, you own your music. It helps you to own your music, and you own it helps you to invent. When you're able to play musical instrument, you'll be able to create something, and then, it has to be in you, naturally.
Yeah. It has to be, I don't know whether it's truly taught or not, but I want to go a little bit further back into the vocal capabilities you have. And there's a reason for that, because you decided to throw those vocals into folk music.
Yes.
Folk music in these climes wasn't really a thing, especially 10 years ago. But you're still doing it till now. How's the journey been?
Okay, as I grew up, I know, it was just like, the journey was just like, it was just natural for me to do folk music, because it wasn't something I just say, okay, let me just do it because I feel that is the genre of music that is trending.
Okay.
You know, I just did it based on the background I was coming from. You know, I actually, when I was growing up, I listened to the kind of music I listened to. Yeah. My dad, the kind of music he has been playing, and then jazz and soul. So I just felt, okay, I just felt comfortable around that circuit, you know, just I'm able to speak my mind.
Okay.
You know, being folky and African, you know, I feel it makes me feel more natural. Because I can do the Western thing, do the R&B, do the whatever, new soul. I can do all that. You know, in fact, I started with that. So as time goes on, I just slept and I woke up and the inspiration came. And the inspiration that came was just, one of my early songs then was Ashiri Eko. It just came, so, and it's proverbial. So when I came up with that song, I just felt natural about it, and I felt like, okay, there's a purpose for this.
All right. There's a message.
Yeah, there's a message and there's a purpose, and people need to, you know, it's self-healing. It's self-healing. So that's why I just choose to do that, and that's what I do up to date.
Wonderful. Let me. So, what's your? Let's have some lessons.
Yes.
Let's have some lessons.
Some lessons.
Does she have any? Is she or he?
Dolapo.
Dolapo is her name.
What would it cost to get a basic acoustic guitar or somebody wants to learn?
Okay, for you to get a very original one, probably is like 65,000, 70,000.
Not bad, actually.
Okay, what if you want original one that somebody has used before?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, okay, what's the average, a range that almost anybody can afford?
Let's say like, you have like 45,000.
Yeah. You can get something good, yeah?
Yeah, you can get
something
good.
Okay, so, yeah, basically, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strings?
Yeah.
That's a basic guitar.
Yeah.
6 strings, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the basic rudiments of guitar playing?
Okay, you know, you would mostly start from G clef. You know, you can start from G.
By the way, they have a plectrum.
Plectrum. I use my
fingers.
Speaking of using finger, I think you should give it to the professional.
You know? No, he wants to show me.
He wants to show you.
How do he wants to teach me?
Okay. So, okay. You see, from the first, this string is number 1. Number 2, number 3 starts from the from this.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is the bass.
This is the bass.
This is the bass. So this is a treble.
This is a treble.
So whenever you want to start, and this is E and E.
This is E.
The lower E and upper E.
And upper E is this way.
Yes.
Yeah, see where I'm putting my hand. Okay. So if I want to play the 2 E's, what do I do?
Okay. Now it's just a combination of chords. You know, you just have to get notes.
That's it. Did you catch that? That's it.
Okay, one more time.
You're not behind sis. What have you played?
One more time. Okay.
That's it. It just entered now. That's lower E and upper E.
Oh, wow.
I'm taught by the maestro himself. There's something else. Let's go a little bit further. How does one make music with the guitar?
Okay. Like I said, it just first have to come within you.
Within you?
Yes. So that's why some people, even when they don't play instruments, they just listen and they create.
Okay. So let's see you create something.
Okay.
I don't want something you've done before.
Okay.
I want you to create
like a
something.
freestyle.
Yes. Something you've not done.
But there's one that I know you're going to love.
No. I don't want something you've done before. Something.
Yeah, give it to us.
Just do something.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I love to know your name. Can you please tell me? No. I already know her name.
You sound like a dead man.
Her name is Titi. Okay, let me start with the lady. I know from the start when I met you, you so believe in me. Yeah. You know when so is right, and that is why I'm right by your side today. Oh, I love your show. Oh, wake up, Nigeria. I love the people around you. You're so glow like the sun in the sky. Woo!
I'm inspiration.
Wonderful International Chef's Day. Chef Ehis, Chef Belinda joining us in the kitchen today. They made something spectacular.
I mean, Ehis is quite meticulous with his cooking. Look at that.
Look at it. It's just, it looks so appetizing. There's plantain in there. There's pasta in there. There's your sauce. What do you call it? Atadindin cream. Looking good. Atadindin cream.
Oh, I thought it was atadudu.
The food is affecting the god. Please have a taste of this meal and tell us what you think.
Okay.
Atadidi.
Eh? The music is still playing, eh? Okay, Mike, you want to... Mike, you want to just play something for us?
Wow.
Oh, what do you think?
So, in fact, what I just ate, I have no idea what I just ate. But to me, it's just going smoothly in my mouth.
Wow, fantastic.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Chef Ehis, Chef Belinda, you know we love you. It's International Chef's Day. There's going to be loads of events happening today. Just go online and find out where it's happening right here in Lagos. And we will be seeing you tomorrow morning. And it's going to be Friday, y'all.
Have a beautiful day, people.
Bye.